pleased to be joined on this week's show by Mr. Dave Strojak, who is the Executive Director of the Elizabeth Avenue Improvement Program. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks for having me again.
Miss Karen Clark, who's the CEO and Chief Cook and Bottle Washer, she told me before the show starts, of the Princeton Cupcake Company, a vendor at the farmers market, and Mr. Sam Walmer from Alsteed Farms, who's taken the place of his boss, Kurt Alsteed, and filling in. Karen, Sam, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
How's the farm? 1 week under your belt. How's it going? You want to start there, Sam? You there every day?
We love Elizabeth's. We've been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave tells me we have.
Sure have.
And it's always great crowds, and we appreciate all the business.
So, your job title is called Farm Steward.
That's correct.
Growing up in Elizabeth and being a kid from an urban community, what is a farm steward?
Well, we kind of coined the phrase. We're still creating what it means, I guess. As much as anything, my main role is supposed to be in the function of know your farmer, so customers can come out and get to look their farmer in the eye, and it's like a step up from the organic title. Just know where your food comes from. Our production manager, Fernando Mendoza, and of course the general manager, Kurt Alstead, are too busy to be out talking to people. So my role, I've got 25 years in agricultural background, and my role is to be out there talking to people and letting them know that we're doing the best we can. We're giving them safe food and as much of it as we can grow. The steward aspect of Farm Steward, we wanted to have that in there to remind people of the good stewardship, land stewardship that we practice and insist upon. It's most important to us. We live on the farm. We have families. Our kids are there. Of course, our neighbors are all around us, and we live with them every day, and we have an obligation to the surrounding environment. We're taking care of this land. We want to pass it on, manage good stewardship, and pass it on in the healthiest possible form we can. So that's the steward aspect of the job title.
So what's the best part of your job?
Food, growing food.
Eating it or growing it?
Eating it, growing as much really super healthy, good, nutritious food as we can. That's the top thing. The next best thing is families. We have a lot of agritourism. We've got rides and activities on the farm. We got it 7 days a week. You can come out for pick your own, ride the hay wagon out in the fields, and the kids love it. There's animals there to feed. There's always a giant pyramid you can climb on, and then Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we've got actual rides going too. So happy families is really a day-to-day thing, but the real satisfaction to me comes to production of good, high-quality food.
Now, Karen, you're a different kind of vendor. You're not exactly growing the food, but you're satisfying a great demand out there. You deal in sweets.
Yes. My mother.
Tell us about yourself first.
Okay. I'm from the Central Jersey area. My mother and we wanted to start a business specializing in baked goods. So just over a year ago, we decided to go ahead and do that. So we sell cupcakes and cakes and any kind of sweet you can imagine.
Now you're the Princeton Cupcake Company.
Yes, we are.
Inherently delicious and amazingly fabulous. Who coined that?
My sister. So we kind of worked together and we tried to think of a slogan that would stick with you. So we thought that was
that definitely
nice.
sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you and your mom are partners here? You're both CEOs?
Yes.
You run the show. You make all this stuff.
Yes, together we make it.
And you bring it to the Jersey, to our farmers market.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going after 1 week?
Well, tomorrow it'll be our first day participating in the market, but we will be there present every week, and we'll have a variety of goods up until the end of the market in November. So every week we'll try and bring something different for the crowd that's there. But this week we'll definitely have cupcakes and chocolate chip cookies that aren't the usual things that you could find at any bakery. Biscotti, as well as carrot cake and brownies, some other things.
So do you have a favorite item, or? Then what's your most popular items?
I would have to say carrot cake as well as our white chocolate cupcakes. We try to use different ingredients, and everything is pretty organic. and we try and always support the local markets and use fresh fruit and vegetables all the time for the fillings and the batter and everything like that.
So Dave, as the executive director of Elizabeth Avenue Partnership, you go out and call a person like Karen and say, hey, Miss Clark, you want to come and sell your stuff here?
Yes,
And
I
how do you
either
do
call
this?
them or they find me. Every year we have different vendors. As Sam said, Allstead Farms has been the original vendor that we've had since day one, 10 years ago. And Allstead Farms has been tremendous. They've been the centerpiece of our market. You know, they're bringing their fresh produce and veggies. We've had a lot of specialty vendors. We've had the Amish over the years, the Amish bakers. So in a lot of cases, I'll go to other markets, and I'll try to recruit. In this case, Karen's mom reached out to me. She went onto our website, and she said, hey, I'm interested in doing markets. Do you have availability on a Tuesday? I said, we do have availability. We then had a discussion on, what the day is like, what our clients are like. Will she, be able to make some money there? And at that point, we sent the paperwork, and she came and visited last week or 2 weeks ago. And she checked out her site where she's going to set up her tent, and hopefully we'll make a go of it, and it'll be a great market.
Do you have any other vendors this year?
Yeah, we have Allstead Farms, we have Princeton Cupcake, we have Paul's Gourmet Pickles and Stuffed Olives. They're from. Were
they there last year?
Yeah, they were there last year. Last year was his first year. He was on the show with Kurt last year. They're really good. They have all varieties of pickles, and they have these gourmet stuffed olives, olive stuffed with cranberries, olive stuffed with garlic, olive stuffed with blueberry and lemon. He also buys locally, so he'll get his stuff from Allstead Farms. We have two commitments that we're still waiting on, actually. Crave Jams, and there's something called the Mediterranean Cracker Company that reached out to me last week. So we're still waiting for his insurance paperwork, and we're hoping they come. They actually make baked lentil chips.
Oh, wow.
And it's organic and healthy, so it fits in with our whole scene there. So they're not going to be there tomorrow, but we're hoping they're there at some point throughout the summer.
Karen, what made you start a baking business?
Well, my mother and I, we both love to cook, and we thought it would be great to have a stronghold on the central New Jersey area just by providing specialty items such as cupcakes and biscotti and things that you couldn't usually find in the area. So we just decided, since our family and friends seem to love our baked goods, why not start a business?
You talked about family up at Allstead Farms, and you talked about access to agricultural for your constituents. What can they do when they first visit your farm?
Well,
Get on a hayride, is that the first thing they do?
Out front, we have 2 large pastures full of animals that are always there year-round, free. Don't have to pay to deal with them. We have goats, sheep, cows, horses, a peacock, chickens. Now we have a bunch of ducks and geese and stuff too. So this is all, it's just there. Now we sell carrots and animal feed, but people are welcome to bring their own feed if they'd like, and the kids can get right up, stick a carrot right in a horse's mouth and watch them eat it. They love it. Then when you come within the Pick Your Own area, we're open 9 to 7 for Pick Your Own. There's a hayride that's going constantly that's part of the price of admission, and that takes you around to almost all the other areas of the farm. Certainly by pumpkin time, we're going to have a pumpkin field you'll cover the whole farm riding on that hay wagon. And we grow 250 different varieties of fruits and vegetables. The fields are all there, visible at least, and accessible for Pick Your Own. So you can have a real experience of a really real operating farm.
Is pumpkins a big deal?
Oh yes, in the fall.
In the fall.
Big. That's every month things build up to that sort of crescendo.
Do you grow them, or do you bring them in and dump them on the lawn?
We grow them out there.
You grow them.
Yeah.
I know there was a shortage of pumpkins one year, and they had to bring them in from some other state.
Yeah, it was awful wet last year.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I'm sure, recall with the tropical storm and the hurricane and so on. So there were some problems, but that's farming.
I know. We're going to take a break, show some commercials, and then come back and talk more, and also sample some of the goods that you brought and that you brought, Karen, as well. Please stay with us after these messages. We'll be back with more on Our City. Welcome back to Our City, where I'm joined by Dave, Karen, and Sam talking about the farmers market. And Dave, one of the things we want to talk about is the farm camp program. What are the activities they do there?
We have our farm camp. We actually have them in the winter too, in the spring, but the big one is a week or 2 in the summer, divided up by age groups. And the kids come out and experience farm life. They do a lot of planting. They actually harvest, prepare, clean, prepare, and produce, cook food from the produce that we have. We have a home ec professional that does all the food for the session and helps them along with this, has it all set up to do the cooking.
You got to register for this?
Oh yeah, you got to call ahead and register and pay, of course, for the time it's spent. They go fishing in the farm pond. They plant a garden. They ride around on gators. They love that. And play with the boss's kids are out there available too. There's a lot of open space and a lot of opportunity to just have a good time and get out in the open.
Karen, you got anything like that where high school kids can come in and learn how to bake?
Not as of yet, but maybe that's something we could do in the future.
I found it interesting.
Nice.
And tell us about how long you've been in business and the goals for your business are.
Well, we just started doing business last October in 2011, and we really just hope to broaden our customer base and get our product out there and let people know that we have wonderful organic items that people could enjoy. And today, as you could see, I also bought some chocolate chip cookies that aren't just the regular old chocolate chip cookies. They have walnuts as well as
You gonna taste one of those, Dave?
Sure.
Freshly baked.
You have to save some for us for after the show here. So you taste the walnuts?
The verdict.
The verdict is in.
Wow, that's delicious.
Well, they smell so good.
We have to make sure we have one of those.
Absolutely.
So, do you do birthday cakes and special occasion cakes?
We certainly do. We do birthday cakes. We really just try and create things that people want. So if there's a special request for something, I'm sure we could definitely fulfill the order. Make birthday cakes, specialty cakes for special occasions, cookies, cupcakes, of course, various items.
Good. And you have a CSA program. What does that stand for?
Well, we've been doing it 2 years, and it's really worked out well. We're very happy with it. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. It was started back in the 1980s as a way for communities to help support their local farmers. Members buy a share for the whole year, and they get a share of whatever is being grown that week. The crop is divided up amongst the membership. We start in early May, I believe, and run through to the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. This is a half share. That we have half shares, full shares.
This is a half share for the community service program.
Yes, we call ours the Highland Harvest Club. We're up to 850 members now. We have 2 distribution days, Tuesday and Thursday, and being that the Elizabeth Market is on a Tuesday, an option that's available is for us to bring along the share to the market for people that have signed up. It's the freshest possible fruit. We start to distribute at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because a lot of it is harvested that morning and put into the shares. You can't get it any fresher. As I say, we grow 250 different fruits and vegetables, so there's huge variety, and it runs right down into November. Early in the season like this, it's full of a lot of greens, of course, like
what do we have here?
Tomatoes and zucchini, 2 kinds of zucchini, and there's kale in there, and arugula, Jersey
corn's ready
corn.
already?
It's Jersey corn.
Jersey corn's
yes,
ready.
Indeed. We've got homegrown carrots. There's some collards here. I think I stuck arugula in the bottom, as I say. You can always be guaranteed to have a salad out of it.
This is the tomato?
Yeah, that's the
plum tomato?
Plum tomato. There's always tomatoes. There's always lettuce. They're always salad ingredients. But then,
I can't believe you have corn already.
Well, it's Jersey corn. It is New Jersey corn. It's not our corn. We don't have corn yet, but we will soon.
Okay.
It's an early. Everything's early this year, so
Right.
we'll have our own corn soon enough.
And this is your lettuce and things here?
Right. Lettuce and kale.
Hothouse tomatoes, right?
Right. Grown in our hothouses.
Tomatoes in New Jersey are always the best, right?
That's right.
You can't get a better tomato, right?
It costs it's a better price than on our market. It costs about $43 a week for a full share, about $24 for a half share. A half share does well for a couple. You start to get into family size, we have the full share that works.
And you pick it up every Tuesday, or you
Tuesday
go get it?
or Thursday. Yes, come out to the farm. We also have neighborhood chapters. There's a possibility some of your viewers may live near a chapter where it can be dropped off.
How would they find these chapters?
Just check on our website or call anytime. Call Allstead Farms, and we don't have an answering machine. Somebody can help you out with any questions you have. Or the allsteadfarms.com website, right.
Karen, Dave was telling us earlier how you learned about the Elizabeth Farmers Market. Your mom actually reached out to people to see if they can, there's space available. Mm-hmm. And how's that going elsewhere in the state?
So far, so good. We've been present at different events at different hotels like the Hyatt. We've been to a Rutgers event and just other local venues. So we're pretty much just trying to get our business out there by word of mouth and making phone calls to different cities, to the town halls, just to find out what's happening. We're also going to be in East Orange this summer, so we're really excited about that. There are a few different events happening out there. So we're trying to make our way around New Jersey and let people know what we have to offer. So far, so good.
And do you get to sample the food that you make, or you?
Of course.
Of course. You don't just let Dave do it, do you? Jeez. The funniest thing you've seen on the farms. There must be something funny if they put it in my notes.
One time the boss was out of town for a while, a couple of 3 days or a week or something, and while he was away, his mail collected, of course, and one of the guys, Gustavo, as a matter of fact, that you know, was cleaning up the office, taking stuff out, and soon after that, the office manager realized he had taken out the box that held Kurt's mail that had been sitting around, not just the trash, but the box of mail too. The office manager says, "Wait a minute, oh my God, Kurt's mail is going to the dumpster." So we look out the window, and here comes the garbage truck across the parking lot headed toward the dumpster. And the funniest thing I've seen on the farm would be Joe, our office manager, and Gustavo in a gator barreling across that parking lot trying to get ahead of the dump truck before it dumped the dumpster back into the garbage truck. They made it.
They made it.
To this
they
day.
Saved the mail.
Yes, that was quite a scene.
Is Kurt aware of this story?
A few months later, we told him about
it.
it.
Not right away.
I guess he is now, but no. We let it ride a little while until something else came up.
So besides the cookies there, you have some biscotti.
I do. So we have some biscotti here with some special ingredients like amaretto, organic flour, of course. All of our ingredients are organic, and we do emphasize that the products that we make are really made from scratch. So all of our fillings and batter and all of that, they're all made from scratch. We make our own jams to put in some of the cupcakes, so they're not just the usual cupcake that you could find at the supermarket. Very different.
Right.
So we have some biscotti and chocolate chip cookies, if you guys would like to try some.
Gotta get the chocolate chip.
Okay.
It's good, right?
Smells so good.
The chocolate chip's really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they'll move at the market at
I hope so.
I'll have to buy some of those on Tuesday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'll be there. Yeah. So do you tailgate in any other markets yet?
Just the ones in East Orange, a couple in New Brunswick, Somerville, that area. But we're definitely keeping our eyes open for things happening. We'll be in East Orange on the, I think it's July, the first Wednesday or Tuesday in July. I think they're trying to finalize the date. There's a market there on Halsted and Main Street, and that's going to be an ongoing market. So we'll definitely.
Well, the mayor in East Orange is a good friend, Bob Bowser. He's a really good guy, and does he know about you guys? Because if not, I'm going to send him over there and make sure.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Are you in other areas as well besides Elizabeth? Halsted
Oh yeah,
Farms?
we go to 17 different.
17 different ones.
Yeah, I just came from East Hanover and Maplewood today. It's on the website again. All our different markets that we're at.
And it's all part of the Jersey Fresh campaign.
Absolutely, yes. All fresh Jersey produce.
Now the game plan is to pick it or harvest it in the morning and then get it to the market by the afternoon?
Depending on the product, of course. Some stuff wilts quicker than others. Some stands up very well under storage, cold storage. We also have we just got a certified organic plot last year, so we've got a section of all our markets that's certified organic grown. And yes, indeed, we try to keep it as fresh as possible, and only the best stuff is brought to the market. And if at the end of the day, if it's no good, it's moved to some other purpose. A lot of it goes back into the ground and compost, which we do a lot of that too.
And when is that done? All during the summer months as well?
The composting,
Yeah.
that's constant. Especially a year like this with all the blown down trees and so on, we got a lot of material, trees and chips to blend into the ground as green manure. And it's ongoing.
So what's in store for the first day at the farmers market?
We have a great day planned for tomorrow. We have, for the seniors, we have the Union County Division on Aging. They're going to be there distributing the senior vouchers. So eligible seniors get 4 $5 vouchers that they could use tomorrow or throughout the summer. And we really like this because it promotes healthy eating among our senior community. The WIC checks will be available also. That's a big, for women and infant children vouchers at our market. But tomorrow we're going to have the Rutgers Cooperative Extension. They're going to be there making strawberry smoothies, hopefully using Allstead's fresh strawberries. We have some children's events, some music, and we have a popcorn and cotton candy guy, and you're going to be there. And we invited the Department of Agriculture.
Cotton candy and fresh produce.
Yeah, we're not doing.
What's that?
Actually, it's going to be snow
Bloomberg's
cones.
not going to be happy.
Right, snow cones and popcorn, which also goes against what we're going, but it's for the kids tomorrow, with the music and some balloons and, our usual opening day to kick off our 25 weeks of tailgating at Elizabeth at Union Square in the heart of the Elizabeth Avenue shopping district. And we go to November 27th. So I know Allstead makes it all the way through. He has the pie sale on November 20th, the Tuesday before
That's
Thanksgiving.
when you take orders, right?
Yeah. Last year, I think we did about 157 pies.
Yeah, it was big.
So now you could have 2 people doing pies this year.
Yeah. Well, if you're there, we could definitely do some orders for a little cookie package, a little sweets package. The customers, they buy them for Thanksgiving. They come out, they want their desserts.
I want to thank you for joining us on the show. I appreciate it. Look forward to celebrating the farmers market with you, and hope it's a great success at the farmers market at Union Square. So we'll see you again. So I want to thank Ms. Karen Clark, Mr. Sam Walmer, and Dave Strojak for kicking off the farmers market at Union Square in the city of Elizabeth. Have a safe and enjoyable 4th of July. We'll see you next week on another edition of Our City.